ready.
Yeah, there we go. Off and running. We're going to the castle.
Benches up here, they have it treated so they don't soak up the oil and dirt from your skin and clothing. Everything else though, please keep your distance from like around the fish pond. And then these two things that kind of look like trash cans or podiums, these are actually 2,000-year-old Roman grave markers. So there's somebody's headstone. So we do have quite a few of these around the hilltop or something similar to them. Ugly carpeting while we're together today. Don't wander off onto the teakwood floors or the Persian carpets. If not, you will become the center of attention. It's also at this point, I must insist that all flash from your cameras, smartphones, and tablets are turned off. If you're still trying to figure out how to do that with Canon or Nikon, that same setting usually appears on your top round dial, and it's usually the last setting of this company. And a lot of the Barker Brothers stuff, even though it's new, we want to make sure that flash is turned off now. Even though the Barker Brothers furniture looks old, it's really not. It just made it look old. Go with his theme. And since this is his house, he wants you to enjoy yourself, be comfortable. You're going to do much more than just sit around and talk in this room. Maybe at some point during the night, Mr. Hearst is going to bring in a live band. So you can push aside this furniture, roll up these Persian carpets, expose a teakwood dance floor. You might notice some of the planks look a little bit bowed. That's a specific design. Hearst said that bow shape was supposed to add an extra string into your dance step. There on the other game table. If you do decide to have a seat at this card table over here, make sure. It's still being served.
Flash. Oh man.
I fixed it so it wasn't.
The rest of the ceiling. And it is waxed pine, which is very strange. That's what that last one was. Why they chose to use pine for this one, we don't know. Flags. Hearst was trying to keep a Gothic style in here, so he needed to have the windows be stained glass, but he didn't want that. He was once quoted saying, "I want to be able to see the blue sky during the day, and at night, I want stars to be able to look at and see what all the ruckus is about." Art collection up here as well. Notice how dark the ceiling overhead is? This is years and years of buildup of cigarette, cigar, and fireplace smoke. But if you look at the large support beams in the area above this last silver lamp, the bright colors shining out, this is restoration. This ceiling is being cleaned. They think it's going to take about 10 years to completely clean the ceiling. The reason for that, the curator. Does the entertainment movie theater house actually is one and only movie theater house? It is the largest in the house. We gather here and watch Hearst Brothers movies as well as some of his Hearst favorites. And
So Dick, how's this for a piece of walnut for this bed? Look at that. One piece of walnut. I know, it's nice to wake up to that every morning.
Yes.
You're tired of your wood, you never get tired of wood.
We got it. Everybody commented on the view. Yes, Mr. Hearst told his architect that he wanted everyone to have a good view and modern plumbing.
Nice.
Few disparaging ideas, right? What you need to do is transport yourself back to the 1920s. It's got Buddha. Yeah, it's got Buddha. Yeah, you know what it is. Let's go into the city. Someone walk off.
Yeah. Give yours. You know the place.
Not on the place, yes. He thought gold made a room feel warm and inviting.
Careful.
So you see a lot of 22 karat gold leaf in the room. And if this looks like a great room to sit back in with a cup of coffee and a piece of toast or a croissant, as a guest you would be sneaking it. Okay, so he had rules about food. You couldn't have food or drink in your room and there wasn't any room service. Actress Colleen Moore complained rather loudly. She didn't understand what the problem was. Yeah, they give you a little step stool to climb in.
Yeah, maybe some padding on both sides, just in case.
In case you rolled off. They'll date from the late 1800s to the early 1900s, although some are even older. There's also rugs from the Caucasian mountain region in Turkey. And above the bed is actually a religious vestment from Italy. It is called a cope. You've seen pictures of the bishop with the on designing the dream tour. And we're going over to Castle Del Mar, success in the business. The Hearst Corporation is still owned by the Hearst family. They're all wealthy. There's about 62 of them. But the 5 sons are dead now. In 1911, Town and Country magazine stated that the sitting room was the most important.
You get it per day with 3 things. No, it's stacked. You write it last night. And there's the guest today.
Say hi.